All right, here's another example in which we're going to focus in on isolating the y variable and making an equation for y. So we're going to start with this x minus 3y equals to 6. Okay, and what we're going to try to do is get the equation to be y equals to the equation. Okay, and when we do this, the first thing we're going to do is look if there's any terms we need to remove from the y term. So you'll notice that there's a y term right here, okay, and that there is extra terms attached to it. For example, this x, okay, that is a term. So we're going to subtract or use the opposite of that positive x. We're going to use a negative x. In order to get rid of it and move it to the other side of the equation. So we get x minus x, they're inverses, so they are going to give us a 0. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring down the y term. So negative 3y equals to 6 minus x. Now we're going to look at that y term and we're going to say, what is attached to y? Are there any coefficients attached to y? The goal is to get the coefficient to be a 1 so that it is just y equals to an equation. And in order to do that, you'll notice that since there's a negative 3 there and it is attached by multiplication, we are going to divide by negative 3. What you're going to do is what you do to one side of the equation, you're going to do to everything on the other side of that equation. So 6 divided by negative 3 and negative x divided by negative 3. And we can go ahead and begin to cross things out or do the arithmetic we need to do. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 is going to give us a 1. Y comes out. We get 6 divided by negative 3, which is a positive divided by a negative, which is a negative. So we get negative 2. We have negative x over negative 3 is negative, and a negative make a positive. So that becomes positive x over 3. Now, just to minimize confusion, you can leave it as x over 3, but some people do like to write it as negative 2 plus 1/3 x. X over 3 is the same thing as 1/3 x.